do you manage untrained mini adults that are subjected to both positive and negative home environments? Love, patience, and understanding seems enough, and maybe it is in the beginning, but then it gets complicated. Always remember to smile at students and show them that they are valued and cared about. You will want to develop a teacher's bag of tricks and incorporate these ideas into every lesson so everyone has a chance to learn. Counting is in that bag of tricks. For example, I expect everyone to be in their seats by the time I count to 1. And then you start counting. 10, 9, 8. Just don't overdo it or it becomes ineffective. Speaking in quiet tones so kids really have to listen is a good strategy too. Having a secret signal to get everyone's attention is another trick. It could be a hand clap or a silent pattern routine that gets repeated. The teacher initiates it and students copy the signal until all students are quiet and have caught on. Have consequences ready and follow through. Clearly outline how you expect children to behave. Do a walkthrough of your lesson in your mind when trying something new. Visualize potential issues and clearly share your expectations for behavior with the kids. Foresee potential problems before they happen. For example, instead of saying, everyone line up at the door, you can say, if your last name begins with the letter B, G, or H, you can line up. Crowd control is an important part of group classroom management. Kids like knowing what to expect. You want them to know what to do the minute they walk in the classroom or group area. Do they pick up a book and start reading? Routines, routines, routines. Think them through and set them up so there is no confusion. When kids know what is expected of them, it makes their lives a lot easier. Have silent reading and math drills at the same time every day. There is comfort in routine. Consequences, consequences, consequences. Make sure your students know what they are and follow through consistently. It's effective and it works. Keep kids engaged and walk around and monitor quietly, but don't get close enough to be sick all the time. And also inspect your portable, if you're in one of those, to make sure it's a safe environment. Wash your hands frequently and stay healthy. In my World's Greatest /Igor video, you can see how I incorporated classroom management techniques right into the lessons. It's better to prevent problems than deal with them. Use your search engine for ideas to establish clear and effective routines from day one. Some lessons take care of themselves. A quiet, dark room with a teacher-directed lesson is pretty quiet and organized and efficient. But is it the best way for students to learn? Is it kinesthetic and hands-on? Teaching handwriting is very quiet and takes concentration. But if you're encouraging free thinking and drama games, you better get ready to monitor effectively because you will need to put in that extra energy. A nice mix of quiet concentration-based activity balanced with high-energy activities is likely the best. Don't put kids to sleep, but don't let them run wild either. Document the behavior of kids with severe emotional issues. They need help, and documenting their challenges along with the corresponding dates helps those kids get the mental health interventions that they so desperately need. You have a lot of students, not just 1 or 2. When you document, make it short and easy. For example, December 10th broke 10 pencils on the side of his or her desk. Try not to let one kid or a few kids take all your time and attention. Ignoring minor issues helps maintain classroom continuity. Even move low-disciplined children out of your immediate line of sight by putting them to the side instead of front and center. Find creative ways to make it work and use all the resources you have on hand. Disruptive kids can set a bad tone in the classroom and can take a lot of time and effort, not to mention erode confidence, so get help. You can't do everything. Getting help for these kids is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of confidence and strength. When speaking with kids to resolve a dispute, help them understand the other person's perspective, where they're coming from. Blank stole my pencil. Well, maybe blank thought his or her pencil rolled under your desk, etc. Help one student see what motivated the other student to act in a certain way. It really changes the anger. Timeouts are helpful, but not in a punishing way. Make it a time to breathe through the stress, or distract through the stress, or use mindfulness until students become centered again and can engage in the activity. By teaching kids how to deal with whacked out emotions, you are giving them the tools for lifelong improved mental health. Maybe when given a timeout, you can set up a sequence of techniques that are already pre-established to help children diffuse their troubled emotion. Mindfulness, counting backwards, writing the problem from the other person's perspective, or just a few ideas that might be on your list. Maybe kids are handed a strategy reminder list, and when they complete the sequence and are calm, they can rejoin the group. Throw some fun in. If you're teaching a pig unit in language arts, oink it up. Buy some pig noses for each kid and incorporate them into your lesson, so perhaps they can channel their inner pig when writing creatively. Choose meaningful activities and a good variety suited to the skill level of your students. Keeping students interested and engaged with meaningful activities they are capable of doing with or without help will keep a lot of discipline problems in check. Be fair, firm, and kind. It works. Follow through what you say you will do. Always look for ways to enhance self-esteem. Maybe he or she can't spell, but they're very good at setting up classroom equipment. If students are working in a group, make sure they understand the guidelines for effective communication in groups. Maybe even establish those guidelines together in a big group setting. Kids are more likely to buy into it if they get to contribute and their ideas are viewed as valuable. Picking names out of a hat to form groups is one approach. When people go to work, they need to understand how to work with all sorts of people. So why not teach them how to do that? Tolerance of others and patience can be taught. Or maybe pick groups for other reasons. Maybe a student gets to sit beside his best friend who learns concepts easily and will help him or her. There are lots of different strategies for picking groups, and you will soon see what works best for you. Comparing academic progress by posting charts is outdated because those less able who try hard and never succeed under that system get so discouraged. Everyone has different skills in different areas. A typical elementary classroom can easily have students in the same grade, but with skill levels in the range from grade 1 to grade 12. Spelling tests, charts, etc. suck for some kids. Adapt words and expectations as needed. Charts for behavior is different. Each group can have a running total of points that go up or down based on the group of 4 behavior. Kids learn to work as a team that way. Some teachers establish if a student has a question, they have to ask every student in their group before asking the teacher. With a point system, you might choose to hand out 5 points for the group that sits the quietest or gets the workout first. At the end of the week, you might allow the winning group to drink milkshakes at their desk that you purchased, or not. You choose. Some groups of children need a lot more motivation than others to succeed. Hang out in the background and be aware so you can stop problems before they happen. Walk the students out the door. Whatever you choose, be comfortable with your choices and you can make it work. If your teaching style is different than someone else's, who cares? You do what works for you and let them do their thing. If you have any questions or specific issues that you would like help with, please email me at learningisfun@cheerful.com.